everybody. It's Kelly Russell, the Rock Your Joy Coach. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thanks for visiting my channel. So my topic today has to do with Christmas, as you might imagine, since this is, I think we're something like, 10 days away from Christmas or something like that. And just really wanting to address what some people experience as being a very hectic, stressful, overwhelming time of the year. And that I really want to offer some gifts to be able to help alleviate that. Because first of all, that isn't what Christmas is about. Christmas represents, for those of us that are Course in Miracles students, Christmas represents the birth of the Christ consciousness into the world. Our being able to see with Christ vision, to be able to know the truth of who we are and who our brothers are as the light of the world, that the world is an illusory experience that we are having in our minds, and that the only true thing about this world is us and our eternal, forever nature as extensions of the light of God. And so I'm offering 3 tools to be able to return you to sanity and centeredness during this particular time. And the first one is based on the 3 gifts from the wise ones who visited shortly after the birth of baby Jesus, the gift of gold, which I think of as golden light, and representing the light that you are, the light of the world, the light of Christ consciousness, the light. When you look around you in this holiday season and you see any depiction of light, any symbol of light, whether it is a candle in a window as you're driving through the dark, or a lit wreath, twinkling Christmas lights on a tree, or any other place that you see a light, a lighted hearth, a bonfire, anything that you see that is a representation of light, for you to remind yourself that is the truth of you, that is what this season is about. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, I love the symbolism of the daylight getting shorter and shorter, and there being longer nights, and that is leading up to the winter solstice when the light returns. And so for us to be able to see the return of the light as that metaphor of returning to the awareness of the truth of what we are, and that we are pure light, that we are the extension of the love of God, and that the awakening of that and that remembering is what I'm asking you to allow yourself when you look at these various representations of light. And remember the light that you are, and that is the truth of you, and you carry that light throughout this season, that you have the opportunity to be that light in the world, to smile at strangers when you see people that are, if you see somebody trying to pull out in traffic, that you let them go ahead of you, that you look at things with gentle eyes, that you allow yourself to give the situations the benefit of the doubt, that you just beam your bright ass light on the situation of the world, whatever it is that you find yourself in your experience, that you are the light bearer, and that you allow it to just wash over whatever is in your energy field and illuminate. Sometimes for people when they can't see things for themselves, but you're just being radiant. You're being your beautiful, gorgeous, radiant, sparkling self. And that is the gift of gold and the gift of light. And the second gift is the gift of, so I'm going to say this, okay? It's based on myrrh. So I'm going to say miracles. I know. I'm sorry. I just had to do it. It's the gift of miracles is, I mean, that's what we're talking about. Those of us that are Course in Miracles students, the gift of the miracle is the shift in perception from fear to love. So what causes holiday stress and feelings of overwhelm and having too much to do and being overburdened and running around and feeling like things are just too hectic and crazy? It's based in fear. It's all based in fear. That's always what it is. Whenever we are not at peace, it's always because we are coming in our consciousness, we are coming from a place of fear. And it doesn't really matter what the fear is. We just know that it's fear, and that fear can be shifted, it's just a perception that we're having. It's not real. It's not based on anything. It's literally something that the ego mind is telling us that is not true. It's a story that we're believing in. It's a bullshit story, and we can change it. And the instrument that the Course in Miracles gives us to be able to change and shift that perception from fear to love is what it calls the miracle. It is forgiveness, the practice of forgiveness, true forgiveness, as the Course in Miracles calls it. It is literally changing your perception of how you're looking at a situation. Because when we're looking at a situation or a person, something that appears to be happening in the world with fear, and from that level of consciousness, then we're going to see it as being negative. In some way, we're afraid of a particular outcome. It's always about the future. And so when we're looking at something with fear, we're telling ourselves some kind of a story. If I don't do this or I don't do that, or if this doesn't happen or that doesn't happen, or X doesn't get done, or I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to run around and I have to make this and that go down. And if all of it doesn't happen, then somehow I will have failed and there will be some kind of a negative consequence, and it will be my fault, and I will be judged and I will be found wanting. I mean, that's really what is operating under all of this, hectic feeling that we have and this stress that we feel like we have. That is the underlying thought. But it's not the truth. It's just a story. We can get everything done that we need to get done, and we don't have to do it with stress. We could do it from a place of love and peace and generosity and goodwill and just being excited to be celebrating such an amazing thing as the birth of Christ consciousness in the world. I mean, what better thing is there to celebrate than us knowing the truth of who we are? So I'm not suggesting that we don't do whatever it is that we're going to do in the world, but we can do it from a place of miracles. And that is practicing that forgiveness process. And I talk about it in the blog, of remembering that whatever I am looking at, if my peace is disturbed in any way, then I'm not in my right mind and I need a miracle. And so I'm forgiving whatever this is, however it's looking to be, whatever the problem appears to be, the person, the situation, whatever, and I'm forgiving it because I'm remembering that there is nothing to forgive, because I'm remembering that I am dreaming this illusion. This is just a dream that the ego mind is making up in my mind at like a mass hallucination, and I'm forgiving it because it's not real. I'm forgiving the idea of it. I'm forgiving myself for making it real. I'm forgiving myself for believing in it, for giving it any energy, and for giving it my allegiance. And I am withdrawing that, I'm actually asking Spirit to just take it from me and to heal my perception, to change my mind about it, to help me see this situation differently. And then I release it and I'm good. I'm done. And the rest of it, it comes back to me in the form of a change and shifted perception. And I'm able to see a situation from a different vantage point. I'm able to see it from a place of love instead of fear. And so I may still have the same tasks to do, the same to-do list, the same errands to run and the things to prepare and gifts to wrap and whatever else, but I'm able to do them from a place of centeredness, in a place of wholeness, in a place of love and generosity, instead of a place of obligation and feeling put upon and stressed. And so the final gift is the gift of peace. And I give you that. It's based on the gift of frankincense, and frankincense is known as an incense when it is burned to bring about a feeling of calm, peace and calm. And so I'm gifting you my version of frankincense with a downloadable meditation for inner peace. It's recorded in my voice. It's about 6 or 7 minutes long, and it's based on A Course in Miracles process of true prayer from the Song of Prayer, and where it's not a prayer of asking for things. It is more a prayer of releasing anything that is in your mind that is disturbing your peace, anything that's a grievance, anything that is based on an outcome that you are hoping for, or a solution, or something involving a problem, or a goal or an intention that you have. And it's releasing all of that, just giving it to the light, surrendering it, and so that you can just be in communion with Spirit and allow that light and that love and that peace to flow into and through you and into the world as you. And so when you do that, again, just like the light, reminding yourself of the light that you are, just like the miracle, reminding yourself of the love that you are, this meditation can put you back in the place of remembering that the peace is also who you are. And so, being able to then 5 or 6 minutes later, 7 minutes later, you are centered, you are calm, you are carrying the light, you are a bringer of miracles, and you are spreading peace. And that's the way that you rock your joy. So those are my gifts to you this week, and I hope that you will take advantage of them and practice them and realize the benefits of them. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the link and subscribe so that you can be notified of these videos. I'm here every week and doing teaching about the Course in Miracles and how to live from that spiritual psychology and have a miraculous life. And if you would like more about how to do that, if you've thought about coaching with me, or you've thought about spiritual counseling with me, or you've done so before and would like to do another round and want to take advantage of holiday pricing, that is available right now. So you can click the link that is on the screen, and there is a holiday offering there, and I have several packages that are available. So read the blog and download the gift, the meditation, be the light, give miracles, enjoy the season. I love you so much. I'll see you next week.